Hello everyone, my name is Joel, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video I'll be showing you my Lego mock for Remake TV's Disney Build Challenge.
Bare necessities, just simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities on mother.
This my mock is based off the bare necessities scene from Jungle Book. I decided to base this one off the real life remake because it's just like easier to build like the foliage and stuff like that. So with the base I used the basic sort of diorama type base. It's pretty straightforward, just black bricks and some tiles. And for a water I used a pretty clever technique where I put some plates underneath to add some depth. Then I added these transparent black 1x2 tiles, so then like it looked like water. Over here now to the rock sort of section, I used a big ugly rock piece on the side. Honestly, I think this turned out pretty well and is decently accurate to the scene. For these bushes, I used a pretty straightforward technique where I used one of these pieces and I inserted a bunch of these sort of like foliage type pieces. And I simply connected it with one of these swamp type piece things. I've got that going across the whole back of the mock. The tree is also pretty basic where I used these brown arch pieces and then I got these pieces and then I added just a crap ton of these smaller like foliage pieces on. I think this technique is pretty well executed and I think the trees turned out pretty good. And over here we have this little like grass hill. This is pretty simple where it's just like plates stacking on plates. It's a pretty simple technique and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And then I have this bush that was like in the background of the scene where it was like these little like purple flowers, and I think this technique turned out pretty well. Moving on to the bear, the body part of the bear I'm pretty happy with, however the face, I can't lie, it is terrible, I'm so sorry. I really struggled with this face, but I feel like it turned out okay for what it is. And then finally moving on to Mowgli. So for the legs I used just basic tan legs with a red Sharpie. For the torso I used Fat 4 because it was the only one I sort of had that's like decently accurate to the scene. And for the face I used this figure out of a friend's set. Then I don't know where I got the hairpiece from, but it was sort of in my collection, I just used it. Yeah, that's my bare necessities mock. I think I did a decent job as it is pretty accurate to the scene. Yeah, this for Remake TV's build challenge. If you want to check that out, there's links in the description. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, appreciate it. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and goodbye.